Today, we're diving deep into a topic that's been on a lot of your minds, PiCoin. Specifically, why this widely hyped project, despite launching its open mainnet and attracting a massive user base, is still missing from the big leagues. I'm talking about Binance and Coinbase. Many of you had high hopes, I know, especially after the open mainnet launch in February 2025. But months have passed, and the silence from the top exchanges is deafening. Let's cut straight to the chase and uncover the core reasons behind this. Now let's rewind a bit. When Pi Network officially transitioned to its open mainnet in February 2025, the excitement was palpable. The crypto space was buzzing, and for good reason, right? Pi Network had built a truly enormous community, claiming over 60 million pioneers. That's what they call their users. The narrative was strong, a massive user base, its own blockchain, and the ability to finally trade this once mined-for-free asset on global markets. But here's where the story takes a turn. Beneath all that undeniable hype, there were, and still are, fundamental technical and structural issues that have prevented the biggest players in the crypto world from fully embracing Pi. So, why the hesitation from Binance and Coinbase? It boils down to several critical factors that these major exchanges prioritize for listing any asset. And Pi, unfortunately, just doesn't meet the rigorous standards, at least not yet. The first and arguably biggest issue is the closed, or rather isolated nature of Pi's mainnet. Yes, it's open in the sense that external connectivity is enabled and you can trade it on some smaller exchanges like OKX, HDX, Bybit, and MEXC. But here's the crucial distinction: it's not truly open in the way top-tier exchanges require for genuine price discovery and unfettered market activity. What does that mean? Well, price discovery is the process where the market, through unhindered buying and selling, determines the true value of an asset based on supply and demand. If the mainnet is constrained, if there are limitations on how tokens can move freely or interact with the broader crypto ecosystem, it stifles this natural process. Binance and Coinbase need to see organic market mechanics at play to confidently list an asset and allow their users to trade it transparently. Secondly, Pi's blockchain still operates in a fairly isolated environment. This is a huge technical hurdle. We're talking about compatibility, or rather lack of compatibility, with the broader blockchain infrastructure. Think about it. Most major decentralized applications, DeFi protocols, and liquid markets run on established chains like Ethereum, Solana, or BNB chain, leveraging smart contracts. Pi, at this stage, doesn't yet fully support smart contracts in a way that allows for seamless integration and interoperability with these vast ecosystems. Imagine trying to plug an old unique charger into a modern universal charging port. It just doesn't fit without a lot of extra work, adapters, and potential risks. That's essentially what large exchanges face with Pi. They'd have to build custom integrations, which adds significant development work, maintenance costs, and crucially, security risks. For exchanges handling billions in daily volume, these are not minor considerations. They prefer assets that can easily slot into their existing infrastructure, minimizing risk and maximizing efficiency. And let's not forget the elephant in the room: Binance's increased caution. Since their massive $4.3 billion regulatory settlement in 2023, Binance has seriously tightened its listing rules. This isn't just about technical merit anymore, it's about robust compliance, clear utility, legitimate trading volume, and verifiable legal clarity. They want proof of a sustainable business model, a public and active development team, high security standards, and clear tokenomics with real use cases. Pi, with its current structural limitations and recent controversies we'll touch on next, simply doesn't tick all these boxes to Binance's demanding standards. They're no longer just looking at hype, they're looking for substance, regulatory safety, and long-term viability. Beyond the technical and structural challenges, the past few months have seen a significant erosion of trust within the Pi community, and this is another critical factor influencing major exchange decisions. Reputation is everything in crypto, and Pi Network has had a few very public stumbles recently. Let's talk about the big one, the 12 million Pi token transfer in May 2025. Reports surfaced of a massive amount of Pi tokens, around 12 million, suddenly moving from a wallet widely suspected to belong to the Pi core team. What happened next? The Pi coin price crashed by nearly 50%. The team eventually put out a statement claiming it was part of a mainnet migration. But here's the problem: the explanation was vague, lacked critical detail, and it came after the market reacted. This kind of opacity, especially around significant token movements, breeds mistrust. It raises legitimate questions about insider activity and transparency, something top exchanges are highly sensitive to. They want projects with clear communication and a transparent roadmap, not sudden, unexplained movements that tank the price. Then in June we saw widespread wallet balance issues. Users, many of whom had completed their KYC Know Your Customer verification, a crucial step for legitimizing their accounts, reported their Pi balances dropping to zero. Others said their migrated tokens simply never appeared. While these issues are apparently being resolved, the damage to user confidence is already done. Imagine mining for years, completing all the hoops, and then seeing your tokens vanish. This directly impacts the perceived reliability and security of the network, which is paramount for any exchange considering a listing. Exchanges won't list an asset if there's an ongoing risk of users losing their funds due to internal network issues, and sadly, we've also seen a wave of phishing scams directly targeting Pi users, fake wallet interfaces, attempts to steal passphrases. These security concerns are rampant. It puts users' funds and personal data at significant risk. A project needs to demonstrate robust security measures and proactive protection for its community. If security is a recurring problem, it's a huge deterrent for any reputable exchange. Some researchers have even flagged suspicious trading patterns on platforms like Banksia, hinting at possible price manipulation involving small balance accounts. While these are allegations, they add to the cloud of doubt. Major exchanges like Binance and Coinbase have sophisticated monitoring systems to detect and prevent such activities, and any whiff of manipulation is a deal-breaker. All these factors, the closed Mainnet, the lack of smart contract compatibility, the regulatory tightening from exchanges, and the growing trust issues, have had a cascading effect on the Picoin price. At its peak in February 2025, right after the Mainnet buzz, it looked promising. But fast forward to now, and Pi has plummeted nearly 80% from those highs. Think about that, an 80% drop. That's a huge loss of value, reflecting a significant loss of confidence from the market. As more technical problems emerge, as delays continue, and as trust continues to erode, more and more users are losing faith. I know some in the Pi community still hold on to the hope that a listing will happen by Pi 2 Day on June 28, 2025. But, based on the current state of affairs and the strict criteria of major exchanges, there is simply no confirmation, no concrete indication that this is on the horizon. Price predictions are great for speculation, but they don't matter if the underlying project doesn't gain the trust and meet the technical and regulatory standards of the crypto market's biggest gatekeepers. For Binance and Coinbase, listing a project like Pi in its current state would be a significant risk to their reputation, their regulatory standing, and ultimately, to their users. They need projects that are technically sound, transparent, compliant, and demonstrably valuable, not just projects with a large hopeful community. The market is maturing, and the days of listing projects purely on hype are largely behind us, especially for the top-tier exchanges. So, to wrap this up, while Pi Network has achieved an impressive feat in building a massive user base, the path to major exchange listings on platforms like Binance and Coinbase is fraught with significant hurdles. Until Pi addresses its core technical limitations, truly opens up its mainnet for unimpeded price discovery, improves its transparency, and resolves the growing trust issues within its community, a listing on these top-tier exchanges remains highly unlikely in the short term. The crypto market is demanding more than just community numbers. It's demanding substance, security, and true decentralization. What are your thoughts on Picoin? Do you agree with this analysis, or do you have a different perspective? Let me know in the comments section below. I love hearing from you all and engaging in healthy discussion. If you found this breakdown valuable, please smash that like button, share this video with your crypto circles, and if you haven't already, subscribe to Zacchy Crypto Update for more honest, direct, and detailed crypto analysis. Stay safe out there, stay informed, and I'll catch you in the next one.